Hi, my name is Nadya Tarasoff. I'm an elder at Bethune United Church, and I'd like to welcome you to our labyrinth. The labyrinth was dedicated on our 125th anniversary for all the people of Baysville and Muskoka and whoever else might enter in. Where I am sitting right now is where anyone who comes should sit first before entering the labyrinth. The labyrinth, I feel, is a very special holy ground, and we invite all to come and enjoy it. There's quite a story to how this labyrinth was created. The trees formed the natural entrance, but it was so full of debris, just like our lives often are, that no one could enter in. So, with the permission of the board and a work crew of 4 or 5 guys with good chainsaws, we spent 2 days a year ago in April clearing out all the debris. And we had a stack of debris that was the size of a huge living room put over there, chipped, and the chips went back onto the trail. Many of you might be familiar with labyrinths. They go back to pre-Christian times, were very popular during the medieval ages, and then they were sort of discontinued until about 10 years ago when there was a resurgence. They're very popular in church grounds, in hospital yards, and this is one of our first in Muskoka, and we call it a Muskoka-style labyrinth because it's through the woods, and it was like it was there just to be discovered and shown, not to be created on top of a surface. Anyway, please join me on the walk. The first place we stop is to pick up a little brochure that gives you information on the labyrinth, both in terms of the history of this labyrinth and in terms of how to walk a labyrinth. The traditional way of walking a labyrinth is to, as we go to the center, we let go. It's like purgation, getting rid of all the negativity, anything that's bothering us. Then at the center, we connect with God, our own center, whatever's meaningful, and then walk out with our hands up, integrating that enlightenment. We have one of the things that's very special about this walk is the curvature of the trees. And here we have like the Trinity. And yet we're so close to the center and yet so far. And very often in life that's how it is. We might be very close to God and the Holy Spirit, but yet feel we're very far. Here are some more of the nice curved trees. And this is one of the special spots because of the way the trees intermingle like lovers. And here the old is entwined with the young and new and healthy. And that's often how our lives are. We have things from the past that influence what we do now. Another natural path, again sort of hidden, enclosed by the trees, sharp turn, and then 3 rocks. Some could think of that as symbolizing the Trinity. A nice old pine. A wishbone of a tree. And here is some of our Muskoka rock, which lets in the light. And we also have a hawthorn bush to remind us of the prickles in life. And some more of the prickles. The nice gentle moss. The gnarls and bumps and an old black cherry. And here we have debris that can't be removed. A reminder of some of the technological debris and damage we're doing to our environment. And then here's one of my favorite places. It's like a sacred space with these clumps of trees. And then a rock to sit on and reflect. We continue on. We move away from the center, and yet we're getting closer and closer. And now we are at the center. Now it's interesting that originally this was the center because we had a huge old trunk. And just before the actual dedication, someone leaned on the trunk and found that it was unstable. So it had to be pulled down, and then we had these humongous pieces covering all the paths. So we couldn't move them, but we cut them into thirds and put them around like an enclosure so that we could feel the center and even use the old trunk to sit on. And when we had the official dedication, it was Dr. Galen McQueen. Just after twilight, we put out little flickering candles, and it was the most magical place. And the first one to walk it was our little Emma, and she came back out full of joy and tears. And it took a child to experience the magic and the beauty of this very special place. One of the quotes that was read at the dedication was from T.S. Eliot. The Four Quarters. And it seems to really typify what a labyrinth is about. What we call the beginning is often the end. And to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from. We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. Through the unknown, unremembered gate, when the last of earth left to discover, is that which was the beginning. And as we did our dedication, all the participants were invited to say, "We dedicate this labyrinth to the glory of Creator God, and the spiritual fullness of all who come.